What is up, my friends, and welcome to another video. This is going to be day 3 of practicing for the biggest 2v2 tournament of all time. So far, we had a 2v2 episode with Terran, we had a 1v1 episode, but today we're going to be playing some Protoss in 2v2. Now, Protoss is typically seen as the strongest race in 2v2. For me, this might be surprising to you guys. I would consider it my worst race in 2v2 specifically. 1v1, it's pretty good. I've been well over 6k before. In 2v2, I think my Zerg is actually way stronger, but I do know that in 2v2 tournaments, being able to play off-race is very important. Sometimes your teammate doesn't want to play with a Terran. Everyone wants to play with Protoss pretty much, maybe unless they're Protoss themselves. So I really want to practice, get a little bit better with Protoss. Let's begin. Alright, the first game is with a Zerg against a Protoss and a Terran. Now, just because I didn't say it in the intro, I'm not going to let you guys get away without listening to me talk about my tournament. Actually, I don't have too much to say today. Starts Friday, 5 p.m. CEST. Be there on Twitch. If you're not there on Twitch, uploads will start on YouTube. My biggest project ever. You know, for a long time, you guys might wonder, actually, or have wondered in the past. I'm not sure if I've ever talked about it, but why I don't really do sponsorships and stuff. And it's mostly just because it's the offers I always get are always products that I just don't care about at all, you know? And it feels weird promoting this stuff. That's why the only sponsorships I really take are like other RTS games, because that I actually enjoy. But now I have my own thing that I get to advertise, and I'm gonna go ham on it, okay? Starts Friday. It's gonna be a 5-day event, actually. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then 5 days break, and then Saturday, Sunday for the finale. Prize pool is $15,000. The first ever 2v2 tournament that even reached $10,000, by the way, so it's going to be absolutely epic. I hope I can do well myself, too. I think that would be very nice. Like, even though it's not the most important thing, I'd rather just have the event run smoothly and be well received and stuff. It would be awesome if I could get a nice run too. And I know a lot of you are going to be cheering for Goblin as well as one of the homies, of course. Now, we're going up against a 2-Rax, probably Reaper here, I want to guess. I'm already playing 2-Gate myself. That probe's being a little sus, but he did end up not building a pylon down there, at least I think so. Now, what would I do against this? I've been struggling a little bit with Protoss in 2v2, I think mostly because I play it a bit too much like 1v1, so the way I tend to play is just get a lot of eco and make mass Zealot Stalker and throw them away all the time. But I don't know, I feel like in theory it should work, but it just hasn't really worked for me so far. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna follow the classic a little more. Wait, is it Nexus First or something? Where's the... Is that a proxy gate? Where's his stuff at? It's probably here, right? I had to guess. Is there a wall right there? Yeah, okay, it's there. Yeah, I was about to get hyper sussed out for a second. Okay, so they're gonna wall off. Then I'm gonna make the Stargate first. I'll make 2 Adepts. That's all I'm gonna make. I'm actually gonna go for a double Chrono, mostly just to scare them off. Really, that's the only reason. It's probably would have been objectively better to not do that, but I think it's gonna be okay. I'm actually gonna make a pylon here because I'm a baboon. And then I'm gonna make no further gateway units and just yeah, go for the Nexus right away. So the more standard way to play Protoss in 2v2 is to go for oracles in any capacity because it's good. So I was thinking, oh, I'm definitely gonna cancel that. I was thinking I should play a mix of my play and the more standard play, or at least the oracle part of it. So I'm gonna make 1 or 2 oracles, and then I could either go for... Wait, is that even a wall? That's not a wall. I thought it was a wall, but it's not. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think he forgot about Adepts for a second, guys. That's gonna be a little painful for him. Actually, Oracle should be rallied to the left side as well. I don't think he... Yeah, okay, he did realize. I was gonna say, the pool seemed a little slow there. Now, the downside of making Adepts against a Protoss Terran team... Actually, I'm gonna... Oh, yes, I saw him move away too early. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt very, very badly. So I could follow this up with mass Zealot Stalker with mass Eco, like I usually like to play. I also like the idea of going mass Oracles, to be honest. Let's see if there's any probes over here. There are probes over here. I should not have Chrono that. I should have gone for an energy recharge instead, that is for sure. Now, I know that there is no Stargate. Oh, I forgot this was a lie. This Adept is freaking 10 kills, by the way. That's insane. Okay, I'm gonna make 2 batteries over here. I think that's something that I don't quite do enough. And then I'm actually going to go for the second Stargate. I mean, this game we obviously have a pretty sizable lead already. My teammate's been able to make a lot of economy. And now it's going to be a good time to check whether we can actually afford, you know, 2 Oracles from this build. Or 2 Stargate Oracle, I should say. Like, I haven't been able to warp in any gateway units, but that's because I just haven't had to. Like, my teammate has Zerglings in front of their base. So, yeah, I'm really just chilling for now. Let's see. I do have to run away from the Stalkers and stuff. I could have actually dove into the natural there. That would have been a good play. Let's see. I'll hang around it for a little bit just so I can get that probe because I'm annoying. And I'm gonna... Oh, he ran away from the Oracle. Okay. Oracle's actually not that devastating against SCVs, to be honest. Yeah, the Protoss player understandably leaves because this was brutal. And okay, I mean, based on game number 1, what do you do in 2v2? You make 2 Adepts and 1 Oracle and you win the game. I mean, this was just a very silly warm-up game. This obviously is not going to factor a lot into my preparations at all. I do think that Oracle, it just feels very good to play. I just, looking at how much I had with how awkward the gases were, I think I'm definitely not going to go for the second Stargate unless I go for a faster expansion. I think in this episode, I'm definitely going to try some 1-gate expansions or maybe even Nexus first because it's common in 2v2. And then maybe you can go for the double Stargate. If I open with the 2 gates, I think there's no way I should be going for the Stargate. What I should have done here, or at least what would have felt comfortable, is if I just kept warping in Adepts and that would have helped me defend against stuff, I would have been able to put stasis wards everywhere, a couple more batteries. I think the fast Oracle opening is definitely going to be good. It might be different if my opponent plays Stargate, because then I kind of have to go Phoenix. But anyway, this was just a silly warm-up game. Let's go for game number 2. All right, game number 2 is with a Terran player against Protoss Zerg. Now, this is pretty much the perfect matchup to practice for the 2v2 tournament, because this is the most likely Protoss matchup I'll play myself. My teammate will be Terran. We don't want to play double Terran because it's terrible. I pick Protoss. And then Protoss Zerg is probably the most common combination you can go up against, and potentially even the strongest these days, so... Hello. Hey, it's a double hello. Look at that. Okay, let's see. I feel like as a Protoss, I should probably get the inside base, but who knows? I also don't really want to steal it from him. Actually, I'll make the pylon in here, so he can get a nice, comfortable wall off there. If you want, I don't want to make a big deal out of it, right? So if he wants the inside base, I'll just give it to him. We're playing against Protoss Zerg. It's a pretty difficult matchup to play if you're not a full team, and I'll explain you why. The reason why I think Protoss Zerg is so strong is because Protoss Zerg has all-ins that would destroy Protoss Terran if they play their regular expansion stuff. Okay, he's gonna have to be inside with Command Center first. So if I would go for 1-gate expand into Stargate, my teammate plays Reaper expand, that's the most common stuff. If they go for like a Stalker Ling attack, they should kill you. So as Protoss Terran, you need to respect, you know, the possibility of that build, and then it's kind of tough to play the macro game after that. Alternatively, you kind of just gamble a little bit, right? And you either play greedy or you play too safe. That's another way to go about it. I ping that for him so he knows to open it. Please do open it. Okay, thank you. Because I do have to take that Nexus at some point. Yeah, I hope he lets me back in. I mean, there's a probe outside there, so I can actually build something here. There's a chance. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna... Let's see. Oh, I can! Look at that! Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, it feels dumb, but... I mean, there's actually nothing wrong with it at all, so it works. Okay, perfect. Then I'm gonna go for the gas. Nothing sus here so far. Okay, for a second I thought that was a second gas as I set up, but that is clearly not. Then I do want my pylon over here. It's gonna be slightly late, so it's gonna be like a miniature supply block, but it's not gonna be a big deal at all. That Nexus was quite fast. Was that a Nexus first? No, right? Was it a gasless? Or was I just late? I mean, those are all actual possibilities, so I'm not 100% sure. Wait, where did I send my... Where did I send... Oh, here it is. Thank goodness. I lost my probe for a second. I was like, oh no. Here we go. I'll make a battery right away as well. I don't really enjoy that he has his depot closed, to be honest. Like, I kind of just want to go in and out. Yeah, I guess if he's not going to let me, then we'll just roll with it. I also don't want to ping it every single time. He's going for double factory. Okay, that is pretty nice, I think. Open, please. I feel like if you ping it, I know it's good communication, but yeah, he's not going to let any of my probes through. This is very annoying. Please. I swear I'm going to kill that depot if he keeps it lowered all the time. I'm going to do something tricky, and I'm going to go for a sentry, actually. And the reason why it is tricky is because I'm going for a Stargate. Normally, you wouldn't go for a sentry and a Stargate, because as you can see, I can't afford the air unit right now. But I think it's a pretty cool play that you can, for example, hallucinate an Oracle. Probably not the best against Zerg, actually, thinking about it now, but you can hallucinate an Oracle, and you can make a real Oracle at the same time, right? I think that's actually pretty cool. Here, we're going to overcharge this guy, then we're going to go L. Okay, I didn't expect Oracle to be L on the hallucination tab, but it is what it is. Okay, so there's nothing over here. I'm going to send it to the Protoss base. And then I will send a second one as well. I'm actually going to go for double gate here, just to see how safe it feels. Okay, that's actually a pretty nice scout as well. There's nothing on that watchtower. What should I be warping in? I'm not 100% sure. I could be warping in at depths. I could be warping in stalkers as well. This is mostly just a very safe build. Okay, this guy is going for a blink. Okay, that's a fake Oracle. He sees it because of the amount of damage he took. Now, if he was paying attention, he should really be... moving away with those stalkers, but it's possible that he wasn't paying attention, and then it is what it is. Now I'm gonna make another Phoenix over here. Teammate's gonna attack with a couple Hellions. That's nice. I'll warp in a Stalker shortly to deal with this Overlord as well, and then I'm gonna try... I guess I'll take this base, which feels a little risky, but it is what it is. They do have the gold base, of course. That is nothing too surprising. There's no drones on the non-gold bases, so... Okay, now he sees I have a Stargate. That's the first time he actually got a confirmation of that, I think. Teammate is Blue Flame, which is very, very nice. Let's see. And yeah, the Stalkers did indeed move. Okay, that's awesome. So the mind game did indeed work. I mean, at some point he did see the Stargate, but I guess he didn't move back in time. Okay, make sure that doesn't get sniped. We'll start Blink already as well. I think his Blink is going to be finished like now. Okay, let's try to save at least one Oracle, because we know the value those things can have. There we go. One Oracle stays alive, and we are chilling for now. Now, the scariest thing that can happen is that my teammates get caught by the Stalkers. What happened here so far for him, I could tell from the minimap, is that the Protoss players send the Stalkers to deal with the Oracle, so he could fight pure Zergling with Blue Flame Hellions, which is obviously incredible. Okay, so I'm going to use an overcharge on this bad boy. I'm going to put a stasis over here, actually. And I'm going to... Oh, I got supply blocked a little bit too viciously. That's my bad. For some reason, I thought I made a pylon because of all these freaking buildings over here, but I guess not. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the 6-gate Stalker follow-up. I like how I make it sound like that's like the most standard thing ever. That's just something I invented for PvP in 1v1 that I really enjoy. Now I'm going to keep sending hallucinated Phoenixes whenever I get the chance. Get those extra couple gateways up, and then we're gonna make a forge as well, so we can get +1. Let's see, no upgrades yet on the Stalkers. Obviously he has Blink, we already knew that. Now, I guess I might as well try to go over here as well. Let's see, if he's playing battle, it could be a good choice. Oh, I already had a forge. Well, I guess we're gonna have 2 now. I could cancel it, but I actually don't mind the idea of double forge. I could go for Storm here. I mean, Storm mech sounds insane, but I feel like maybe it's a little too much, actually. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe it's a little too much. Okay. I don't have Blink yet, actually. Oh, that was cute. He tried to trigger the stasis ward. Yeah, look. Oh, my teammate is Hellion here. Hellion Stalker, baby. That's fantastic. Now I'm going to just get more and more stasis up. Oh, that one is maybe a little bit too close to the Stalker. Might be. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Teammate needs to make sure to kite the other way, not in between my buildings. It's not easy, but there you go. I mean, this composition looks fantastic so far, right? Like, he blinked forward with those. Good blink forwards, but he just didn't have enough, you know, units to actually win the fight over there. There we go. I think it's a good idea for me to go for a Robo next. Keep chrono boosting the forges. Maybe you can even go for a little bit of pressure as well. Gonna get a couple cannons over here, clean the Overlord to make them think we have presence on the right side, even though we're obviously gonna move over. And I mean, so far, I think this build looks very, very nice. Like, it's really nothing special at all, but it definitely feels pretty good. Now, one thing that I'm thinking about here, guys, is that I have enjoyed watching, not playing myself, watching Colossus play. I think Storm is good, but Colossus might also be quite good in this matchup. Now I'm going to put 1 stasis over here, and then we can start attacking the gold base. I'm going to ping it for him. I see on the minimap he didn't move yet. Just make sure that he can't mine from this, basically. Let's see, does he have upgrades? Yeah, he has a couple upgrades. Actually, I can... oh, no, he fell back. I was going to say, I can do this. No, okay, he didn't fall back. That's good. Here we go. That stasis, once again, a really good catch by my opponent there. I'm going to drop down another stasis over here. I'm just going to make sure to fall back. That stasis is actually going to finish. Ooh, he blinked away from it last second. Now, I'm going to do what I said, and I'm going to go for the double Robo Colossus here. Start the next upgrade as well. Probably take those gases. I mean, we don't necessarily need that many gases, but... well, actually, maybe we do. Okay. Let me just blink on those. A little bit of split. Oh, I was trying to target fire, so I would get both of them. Now, I feel like the macro here is actually quite smooth. Like, we had a lot of money, or at least it looked like it at some point, but really all we needed was just the... I should have gotten charged, by the way. Just the double Robo. Go for another expansion. Like, it's really all very natural. This guy cannot fight against me, I think. Let's see. He's gonna try, it looks like. Just gotta do a little bit of micro here. I would like for my teammate to join, just in case the Zerg player joins in, basically. Okay, let's get a couple of these. He really wants to fight this. I'm pretty sure I have better upgrades than him, too. I know he has the 2 Immortals over there, but I don't think that those are going to help him, really. Well, they are going to help him, but not enough. That's what I tried to say. Yeah, that's a beautiful fight. Teammate is taking a little bit of damage. It's also not... well, no, it is going to be a pretty bad counterattack. I was about to say, it's not going to be the worst counterattack ever for him to deal with, but he is going to lose a full mineral line of SCVs because he misclicked. Oh, that's a prism that I'm losing. Not. I knew that, guys. That was calculated, by the way. In case you guys were curious. I knew it was going to, you know, miss exactly one hit from those cannons. I am going to go forward. I'm going to do another... oh, that's a crazy blink by Mr. Guy. You want to be careful there, my friend. Promise. I'm pretty powerful, actually. Okay. I'm going to move forward together with my Oracle. And then I'm going to drop some Stasis Ward. Colossus are going to come up at some point anyway. Oh, this is going to be pretty nice. It's going to drop 1,000,000 Stasis Wards in the back over here. Yeah, the thing is, when you have this many Stalkers and you have the Stasis Wards, you can pretty comfortably just keep moving forward. Because the Stasis Wards keep you safe. And I'm going to make 1,000,000 more gateways. Just going to make sure to do a little bit of micro here. Yeah, I have way better upgrades than him, actually. He's not even close. He probably has Stalkers over there. That is a move. I would love to explain that to you guys. even I was speechless. Like, what on earth? So first I was thinking, like, it just, I don't even know what to think, honestly. Because first of all, he could have been trying to kill the stasis before it went off by targeting the Oracle, right? But then I have twice as many units as him here anyway with better upgrades, so he would have lost every single freaking unit for it. Like, I know Stasis Wards are good. They're not losing 14 Stalkers good, but alright. I mean, this was an extremely comfortable game. I think my teammate played a strategy that really tuned in nicely with what I did at the start, because I had the Oracles over here, Protoss players had to pull the Stalkers back, and then he was able to trade against Pure Ling with Blue Flame Hellion. Keep in mind, he went for the... Did he go double Tekla? He doesn't have a single reactor. That's kind of a crazy way to play. I figured he would have one Tekla, one reactor for the Blue Flame Hellions, but alright. His strategy worked out perfectly. And for me, I felt very, very comfortable playing this because my economy was good, but I also wasn't too greedy, right? Like, maybe the Twilight Council could have been a little earlier. I even played extra safe in that regard, but definitely like what I'm seeing here. We're gonna need more attempts, of course, because from one game you can't tell how good it is. Let's go for another one. Alright, game number 3 is with a random player against a Zerg and a random. A random player called Marine King with a Zerg portrait. Okay, that's definitely going to confuse my brain later on. You know, this is one that you guys might have noticed at some point. I haven't done it as much recently, but definitely when I was doing X2GM series a lot, I would always read my opponent's intentions based on their portrait. I'd be like, yeah, this guy's definitely sus or something like that, and I would actually kind of feel it. But the wrong side about that is that whenever people use a portrait of another race, it actually tends to get me. Like, in my head, that guy is a Zerg right now. The real Remarkable. The one and only. I hope. It would be kind of crazy if there was an army of Remarkables running around. Okay, so it's double Protoss on our side. One thing I know for sure is that all-inning with double Protoss... Oh, that's the wrong one. All-inning with double Protoss against Zerg is terrible. Like, oh, I didn't even realize he had it open. Nah, then I'll close it here later. It just, like, I played with Goblin once, my most stable 2v2 partner. I played Protoss, he played Protoss. We played against a Zerg. I think it was Zerg Protoss we played against. I tried all-inning with him, both on one base, and I'm pretty sure we got defended by the Zerg alone. Because they just make like 1,000,000 links early on, and it just kind of stops your attack. Like, it's just, I don't know. It was terrible. So I think we're definitely going to have to play macro. This map, it's kind of hard to do that against random, but I kind of wish that we would have walled on the low ground. That was an Overlord. Let's see, that's not Mr. Random, because Mr. Random is Marine King. I remember that. Let's see what race he is going to be. There's a wall off there. It's Protoss Zerg. Okay. This is the hardest matchup, I think, for double Protoss. I'm not quite sure if I talked about the... I think I actually have, yeah. The intricacies, the details of the mirror matchups. But Protoss, I think the only matchup that's decent is playing against Protoss Terran. Playing against Protoss Zerg is really hard. So this would be a good test to see if we can do anything. I think I should definitely open up in a similar way as game number 1. That's the plan anyway. So I'm going to go for the double Adept with the double Chrono. And then I'll go for the Stargate behind it. This time, I'm going to make the Adepts first. The reason for that is that against Zerg, they're going to get link speed at some point. When they have link speed, your Adepts are going to be pretty much useless when it comes to shading in early, right? So I'm going to delay my expansion to try and get a little more damage early on. In fact, I'm even going to cancel that probe so I can make 2 more Adepts. Let's see, link speed should finish at 330. DTs, he says. Is he going for DTs? Cool. Okay. I can definitely roll with that. I think if I just go for Oracle after this, if they attack us, I can defend with Oracles and he can attack with the DTs. I feel like that's a pretty solid strategy. Actually, I can kill those links. I'm not going to cancel that shade for it. Definitely not. I'm also going to make the Oracle before the Nexus. Here we go. It's another couple links dead. I'm not quite sure who exactly I want to attack. I'm just going to shade in and we'll see. So far, this is looking pretty good already. Yeah, so since they have no Terran, the Adepts are the best thing in this matchup. Just because you can kill both their workers in 2 hits. So it doesn't necessarily matter which base you shade into. Now, link speed is going to finish. Obviously, I care more about killing workers than Zerglings. I'm just going to go for these workers over here. Yeah, this really seemed like a good idea. Now, link speed, yeah, just as I said, 330. I mean, I have a really good combo here. Look at this. I got these. I should probably go here. Yeah, okay. I see the future. I'm going to go here with these Adepts. Then, let me try to target properly. Then the Oracle is going to go into the main base. So I'm going to shade into the Zerg space. I'll try to make it a little more obvious. Go for Twilight behind. I did forget my Warp Gate, actually, just noticed. I'm going to shade here anyway, because it's part of the distraction. Let's see what I can kill. Maybe one more drone would be nice. There we go. And then the Oracle's over here, and I'm going to be able to cook some workers. Okay, I mean, the combos definitely look good. One thing that I like about this for sure, obviously these players are not quite as good as pro players, but what I like for sure is that I feel like I have a lot of control in the game, you know? Like, I have a lot of scouting. I have the Oracle, which is the single best unit in 2v2. I think that's fair to say. I mean, you could think about some others, like I think Lurkers are very good as well. But I think the Oracle, if I had to choose one unit, okay, so this I can just stop with my Oracles. Oh, he is gonna show the DTs. Yeah, I didn't have to do that because my Oracle can just kill it by itself, but it's okay. I mean, keep in mind we're ahead anyway. The only bad thing about this game is that I forgot my Warp Gate, really. I guess I can make one more wave of Stalkers. Yeah, I think we should definitely do that. I can defend, brother. Like, I think a lot of players don't realize just how good the Oracles are, but even without Stasis Ward, like one Oracle can kill... I can look at this. 147 energy. I think I can kill like 50 links with that before it runs out. I don't even think I'm exaggerating if I say that. Like, it's just... Like, you know, he's trying his best to help, but I appreciate the help, but Oracles are so crazy you don't have to. Love the fact he went for the robot, by the way. I didn't even notice that initially. Now I'm going to put one more Stasis Ward with the high energy guy, and then I'm going to go across again to deal some damage. Oh yeah, amazing thing about Oracle, by the way, is they also detect. So not even, you know, something like DTs would counter that. Really, just fantastic unit. Definitely going to just keep making a lot of those. Now he's getting in there. He's warping in a lot of DTs, which is a little... Oh, wait. The Robo's only... Wow. I mean, I thought it was kind of risky to go in there with so many DTs, but if that guy's Robo is not finished and his teammate's lair is not finished, then yeah, oh, this guy's so cooked. Oh, I feel bad for this guy. The Zerg hasn't really taken that much damage. If you consider the fact that I2 gate expanded and the Zerg played a normal opening, the Zerg should be ahead compared to me, but his teammate is literally just gone. Like, there's no teammate left. He has 6 Stalkers, and guys, I think he might literally have 0 pros. Oh, he has 1 pro. I gotta do it, guys. Come on. Oh god, that's brutal. Stasis ward again, by the way, of course. Maybe I could block them a little bit more. And maybe we could have gotten a little bit better of a block there, but there we go. Wow, it's brutal. And then at the same time, I'm gonna try to follow up with my 6 gate again. The build, once again, feels pretty nice. Yeah, sure. I mean, at this point, I think they should just die. There's actually a pretty nice combination here because he has an Archon and he can make more. The counter to mass Stalker stuff is often to just go Lynx with upgrades and then have Queens for the Oracles. But if he has even 2 Archons, even just the 1 Archon, Lynx are just not going to be having a good time at all. Now, I got these as well. I don't have that much energy for Stasis Ward. I probably should have waited for another recharge there or something. That would have been nice. If only I would be able to use his freaking Warp Prism, that would be great. Yeah, we're just going to have to do some micro here. They should not be able to survive this, really. Maybe they will, but then, you know, it becomes a question whether you call it surviving if they really just barely get through it. He's making roaches, which is a good decision. It's very larva efficient, right, to make roaches. Loving these slow zealots, by the way. I know they look stupid, but they're tanking for my Stalkers like crazy. Look at this. I can even go for a blink forward, but I know it's inefficient, and obviously right now I just want to play as good as possible, as clean as possible. Gonna micro those away from the high ground. GG is called from Mr. Marine King, and I am impressed that he managed to type GG this game, because I would have been freaking fuming this game, okay? 2 Adepts, 4 Adepts, Oracle, 6 DTs in the main, more Oracle. How many workers did he have left? He had 2. He probably made, I want to guess, 50 workers this game, and he has 2 left. His teammate, as you can see, he's completely intact. Like, the Zerg player is actually stronger than my teammate right now, I think. Yeah, my teammate has 68 supply. He has 2 units. This guy has 94 supply. He's stronger, but this guy, we just absolutely tortured him. And I want to say that this looks like a very good way to play the matchup. I don't know what I would have liked my teammate to do, actually. I think the Adepts into Oracles, if 1 person does it, it's okay. If 2 people do it, it's a little bit too committed. So I think I would prefer my teammate to go for the 1 gate expansion. DT was a nice follow, but it could have been something else as well. Now, these games are reasonably fast, so let's play an extra one. Okay, game number 4 is with a Zerg player against a Protoss and a random. Now, for this game, I would like to do something completely different just for the sake of experimentation. Maybe we'll find a new awesome build order, who knows. Now, I do think that for sure the Oracle is the best choice, but the fact that something is the best choice doesn't mean that it's the best choice every single game, right? Because switching it up is important. Especially if we get to play best of 5s later on in the tournament, for example, then you are gonna want to have at least a couple different build orders, I want to say. Actually, a good example of the last warm-up cup that we held is that for Jumi, or his name is Jumi now, Jumi and Yongyakov won against Showtime and Laser, the team that was favored. And they won 2 of the games by playing Nexus first. And Nexus first might sound like it's absolutely psychotic in 2v2 because it's, you know, double the aggression, right? Like, that's very, very dangerous, but it worked perfectly for them. And there you go. If they didn't have that build prepared, maybe they wouldn't have won that one. So it's important to have things to switch it up. So anyway, what I wanted to do is maybe go for like Glaive Adepts, because I feel like you never see it in 2v2, but it could actually be pretty good. Now, you can also play Glaive Adepts after the Oracle, but I think it might hit a little bit too late. Let's see, is this... Wait, is that the random guy? Yeah, that is a random guy. Okay, so it's double Protoss. Ooh, that's gonna make Glaives a lot worse, though, for sure. Probably gonna try to steal my gas. Exactly, I saw it coming already. Doesn't bother me, to be honest. I can now block their expansion forever. Wait, these guys do not have expansions, by the way. It's a little bit suspicious, to say the least. Okay, he's still trying to take this one. I'm actually going to switch the color scheme because they are both Protoss, and this game would be nice to know what's going on. I'm going to stop blocking it just because I'm feeling a little... Yeah, okay, so this guy, does he? Okay, he does want to expand. That's what I wanted to see. Sometimes blocking someone's expansion is a little scary because you want to know if they actually want to expand or not, right? So that's why I decided to just give that up there. I could have built a pylon there as well, but this time I think it was fine. Just to make sure that we're not going to get cheesed too hard. So once again, this should be a favorable matchup for us. Last game, it wasn't for the opponents, so I guess we'll see whether it is going to be for us this time. I'm going to go for 2 chrono on the adept, maybe? It's a little annoying. I guess I'm just going to make the Twilight Council because I do want to get glaives at some point. I'm looking at my resources, guys. Can you play glaive adepts with 1 gas? I'm starting to wonder. Because the glaives doesn't necessarily have to be that fast. Right? Like, it's... How long is it going to be delayed like this? Maybe like 20 seconds or something? Maybe not even. I guess we'll see. I don't feel like it's going to be that long, honestly. So it's going to finish. I'm going to have like 70 gas when it finishes. Yeah, you can kind of play like this. Yeah, I'm going to make... Should I make 1 more adept? Yeah, I'm going to make 1 more adept. Then we have... Actually, maybe normally you would want to make a Stalker. That could be a little bit of a difference here, of course. So let me shade this guy across. Else he's going to take forever. And then I'm going to go up to 4 gateways. Could give the warp gate a chrono boost as well, but it's not necessary. And then we're going to make glaives. 1 gate glaives. Now, the riskiest part of all this is that I could die to 1 oracle. So I should really be making a battery here, I think. Like, at least it's going to stop the oracle from killing my probes instantly. Okay, we're gonna go for a shade in to the main base, I think. Let's see. Gonna kill that one right away. That is a robotics facility. That's 1 stalker. Not the most menacing thing ever, of course. Let's make sure we have a pylon. Now, this is the thing about making battery against 2 adepts. 2 adepts still one-shot your stuff, so it's a little painful. I'm actually gonna use this one to block. Okay, it doesn't look like he was interested in chasing me anyway. There we go. Man, the adepts have been so freaking good today, huh? Like, just crazy, no? Like, the adepts have just been insane. Okay, I can probably kill 1 more. That one's low HP already. I think I can get another one. Please. Oh, that was a bad click by me. Okay, so we got 4 adepts over here. Then we're warp 4 more. And because I went for the one... Actually, I have 5 adepts. And because I went for the 1 gas, I can expand pretty fast behind it too. Okay, I'm not quite sure what the situation for this build is. But... I feel confident saying that it exists. Look at this timing. Exact amount of gas. Yo! This is not freaking bad, guys. I like how this gas is still alive, by the way. I've just let it live all this time. Okay, so I got 9 adepts with glaives. It's not 5 minutes yet. I got a 3rd base as well. I'm gonna make a pylon here or something. I'm gonna ask him to kill that. If he must have a unit at some point that can kill that, right? You would hope, at least. Let's get you over here. There's a Twilight Council there. Yeah, I guess I'm just chilling for now, really. Let's see. I don't know what he's going to have, but when you play Adepts, you want to be a little brave at least. So, let's see, here we go. And then I'll just keep shading it back and forth. Oh, that's DTs. He has a lair. Yeah, this is going to have to be all him. I'm going to kill all their freaking eco, but it's going to be, like, it's all up to him. He has detection. I don't. This guy is not going to have eco left, really. Let's see. I'm gonna send this to the next. Like, please, my friend. I'm trusting him completely right now. I haven't even started a robo. He has all the tools he needs to deal with this. Will he? That is the question. Let's see, he's making another Overseer here now. Overseer is coming. I think he has done well enough, to be honest. I would say that he has done well enough. I think I have done well enough on the attack as well. Got another couple of adepts over here, and I'm just gonna keep going. I was actually planning on transitioning already, but if these guys, you know, are gonna do something like DTs, then I guess that also gives us the opportunity to keep harassing ourselves because they don't actually have that many units. These ones, I'll probably send it into Purple's base because that's gonna be annoying for him to deal with. Let's make sure to resaturate these gases. We're back over here. That was a serious amount of freaking trust I had there, by the way. Like, that's... I'm not quite sure if I would recommend you guys to have that much... Did I depower? Oh, it is depowered. I was like, well, why the heck can I not warp in? Okay, this is going to get interesting here because my teammate's going to attack the gold. I think I should make use of the opportunity to attack where my adepts are going to be the best, and that is going to be in their naturals. I have a bunch... Oh, actually, one of them I should shade over there just in case. This is going to go over here. He's trying to take more gases, but this is not going to be very pleasant for him at all, of course. Let's see, there we go. There's a DT over there, killing my stuff. Let me just walk those around. Do I go for this base? Yeah, I do think I'm going to go for this base. Let's see how many I can kill. Actually, most of these pros are going to die anyway. Pretty much all of these pros are going to die, actually. And then we're going to warp more. If my teammate just makes enough units so that we don't die. Oh, I thought those were my adepts. I was trying to control them like they were my freaking adepts, but they were actually changelings. If my teammate just makes enough units for us to not die, I think we're going to win this game for sure. It's not going to be instant, but it's going to happen at some point. Okay. I hope my teammate realizes what's going on, by the way. I should probably communicate with that in case. No, wait, before I... Actually, no, this base has no eco. That was a little bit of a mismove by me. They have no eco. But they do have 5 million stalkers, so there's that as well. That's obviously important. It was a pretty nice recall, I would say. Let's see. I can kill all of these pros pretty much, I think, as well. Exactly. It's not going to have many left at all. If any, it's indeed going to be none again. Okay, I'm just going to shade these through, because why not? Going to warp in more adepts. He missed the warp in there, which is very, very nice. And then I think what we're going to do is I'm going to start making these. Probably get another robo as well. Get a couple of cannons over here. Now, I feel like you can instantly tell the problem with strats like this compared to the Oracle, because it just... There's instantly so much chaos and doubt. Like, I just don't have the control of the game that I otherwise would have had. Those are really going to have to be cancelled. Okay, Protoss is pretty good, but not good enough for me to have another recall already, unfortunately. Kind of wish that was the case, but... Well, I don't, honestly, but this game it would have been nice. No, she doesn't actually have anything here still. I mean, if I get enough Immortals out, we're going to have a pretty decent time. I think I should probably go for Charge as well. Just because they're going to be good to help my teammates roaches, I think. Okay, we're going to kill a couple workers over here. I'm actually going to cancel this shade for now. Okay, the Immortal's going to get blinked on most likely. I do have a couple cannons here actually helping me out quite a lot. Like, really not bad. He's going to try to go for it now. If I was him, I would just blink on top of it. He's really taking a pretty rough fight over there. These adepts have killed all the probes that were here. At least, I'm not quite sure if we pulled them back. I think he might have. Not 100% sure on that. Okay, then we're going to go to this base. Oh, he's warping in light units. Look at this. That's actually pretty sick. I can kill those really well. Look at that. Warping in zealots against adepts is a questionable move, to say the least. Oh, I'm going to kill so many again. Oh, never mind. He did find me with his stalkers. Teammates pushing at the right time, which is nice. I'm going to get a couple zealots over here. I did not really want to be moving out yet, to be honest. So, I mean, if he moves out, I have to, because if he loses his army, we're cooked. He has a lot of Ravagers, which are decent. Again, I think together with the Immortal, we are fine. Like, the Immortals are going to protect the Ravagers very, very well. I just canceled a couple of those. That was not what I was intending to do, to be honest, but it just happened. Look at this. They're split up. If they would blink on top of my Immortals combined, they would kill them. I think I really want to help out Mr. Stalker over here, though. Yeah, let me just make... Or Mr. Ravager over here. Let me make sure to target as many of these as I can. Then we're going to shade in here and make more and more Immortals. Try to keep them with the Ravagers. Now I'm into Heal's base. Like, these adepts are so freaking annoying. You guys can see why. Like, even if the units are there, they just kill workers so fast. This is the reason why... Oh, wait. That's a bit annoying, actually. I clicked them on top of his Ravagers, but I guess they got baited by another unit at some point. I'm going to try to escape with these, actually, for now. And then I'm also going to make a prism for the main base. But yeah, this is why I think adepts could be good for 2v2. Because there's so many bases to shade into, and they kill workers so fast. Like, I have to imagine if a really good Protoss player would play it, it could totally pop off, but because no one has really done it yet, so maybe I'm just wrong about that. Ooh, okay, that is... He's gonna lose every single unit, and I can't save him there. Okay. Good decision by me to not fight that, for sure, because I think we're in a good enough spot to hold this. It does suck a little bit that we lost so many units there, though. Yeah, let's see. He's gonna... Okay, I do have to help him if they're gonna attack his base, of course. Make a couple more cannons over here. I'm just going to chase him down. Prism is going to go into the main base. That's going to be very nice and helpful. I need to make sure that I have a couple of adepts to help against the zealots. I mean, oh my goodness. I don't think I need anything to help against the zealots, guys. That is... Yeah, those are 5,000 banelings. I think we're good. Oh my god, didn't expect that one. Great teammate, by the way. Has to be said. Fantastic teammate. Okay, blink on top of the Immortal, I dare you. Ah, he's not gonna do it. He's scared. Lame. I wanted to see it happen, guys. Okay, Prism is gonna go into the main. We're gonna go into front. And in 45 seconds, we will gather a GG from the opponents. And this strategy is... yeah, I mean... I feel like the Oracle just did still have more power, but it's also not a bad strategy at all, right? Like, it's kind of hard to say... it was actually more like 25 seconds, not 45. It's kind of hard to say what the place of this build really is if you can't just play Oracle. Once again, I think if I would play this, I need to make something together with my teammate. I don't know exactly what it would be. Would it be Cyclone Adept? Would it be Roach Adept? I don't know which matchup, what I want to do. I do think it has a place because, as you could see, the harassment was just crazy. They spent the entire game rebuilding those probes because I just never let them have more probes. I did feel vulnerable in my own base. So actually, Zergling Adept makes sense because Links are good against Stalkers and Adepts are good against Zealots. And that makes it cheap for my ally too. Maybe that's something to think about. But anyway, those were 4 Protoss practice games. Let me know what you thought of my Protoss in the comments. Check out the Mancherino if you want to support the event. Link will be in the description. If you just want to give this video a like because you enjoyed it, feel free. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.